out. In today's episode, we will be talking about the price of the Steam Deck, or the Steam machine, not the deck. We will also talk a little bit about Xbox, because it wouldn't be Monday Night Mayhem without some Xbox Mayhem thrown in the mix. So count down with us as we get into the episode. A 1, a 2, a 3 Mayhem. But folks, grab those diet chips, that kombucha, maybe a diet soda or two. Settle into those ergonomic gaming chairs. Prepare for liftoff. I'm joined tonight by Carson and Zach as we get into all the mayhem that's been going on here on our weekly video game podcast. So, game on, everybody. Let's get right into it. Let's just start off hot. We got a question from Peggy in our community questions asking, did Walmart let any of you buy Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition? No, because I did not even try to go buy that game from any retail store, and definitely not Walmart. But thank you for the question, Peggy. All right, fellas, what do we want to tackle first? Do we want to talk about the Steam machine price, or do we want to just go ahead and get this Xbox debacle settled?
I vote Xbox. Xbox.
Well, there's been a lot of reporting ever since Xbox had their conference about a week ago at this point. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Man, time flies by. That the biggest thing that came out of this reporting is Xbox is shutting down a number of studios, like a ton of studios. 3 come to mind right off the top of my head from like the ones that I heard. The Ninja Theory is one, and then the second one being Compulsion Games, and then the third one is Double Fine Studios are looking for a buyer right now, or they're just gonna have to close those studios. And I use the word gonna have to close those studios very lightly, loosely, because oh man, I just continue to like see headlines on Xbox, and I ask my favorite question that I've been asking for the past 5 years at this point is, what are we doing? What is Xbox doing, man? Like, what do they got going on over there? It just seems like Microsoft can't get shit right. This is 100% because of leadership mistakes. Everything that's happened with Xbox over the past half decade at this point has just been mistakes from previous leadership, and now they're trying to like save face. Asha Sharma said there's going to be a 100-day reset coming to Xbox, and it's going to be very brutal. A lot of people are calling it a bloodbath because they expect even more studios are going to have to get bought out or close. I'm not going to sit here and fantasy book when studios come next, because that's just not in good like faith, but it seems like Xbox is really just going to gut everything to focus on their core franchises: Halo, Gears of War, Call of Duty, the Elder Scrolls, Forza. I feel like I'm missing one. Fable, I think, is another one. But it's coming at the expense of everybody else who's worked on games over the past year. And I've been kind of like questioning what a lot of studios have been doing in general this generation, because I feel like Capcom just got their formula so correct with how they saved their face, where they focused in heavily on a lot of their core franchises years ago. And now they're having the ability to expand out and do smaller projects and build good faith based on those projects. Where it seems like Xbox just kind of like hired a bunch of these studios, bought them all up because they wanted to really entice Game Pass. I was watching some stuff over the weekend. People were saying that this really does seem like Microsoft is going to actually try to spin off Xbox and try to sell the Xbox brand if they can. And that's why they're doing this reset. I think this is one of the biggest pieces of bullshit any video game company has ever done in my entire existence of life. To show a game, to show a lot of the game, combat, whatever else like was going on, For them to have a working build of it and then say we only showed that game because we're trying to sell the studio, and that in hopes that it entices somebody to buy the studio, and that they had the idea in mind before they even showed the game, before they showed this new product, that they were going to close Ninja Theory. Kind of just goes back to how they showed Perfect Dark. They gave us a bunch of vertical slices, and that game does not fucking exist. And it probably never will exist, because for some reason in the 2000s, Microsoft bought Rare and completely fumbled that. I'm done with Xbox entirely. I've been done with Xbox, but anything that they do that comes out of whatever division Xbox creates at this point, whatever they got going on for their entire existence, I'm always that person that says we need multiple consoles in a generation, so that way the monopoly doesn't start with fucking PlayStation. But at the same time, I wish somebody else would just come in and just knock Xbox out, get them the fuck out of the gaming landscape. We don't need them. That's where I'm standing at this point. Take it away, fellas. Whoever wants to go next.
Yeah, Carson, do you want to go on your big Xbox rant? I know you got something in you. I know you're ready.
It's funny that you say that, because I absolutely don't. Unironically, there is nothing really for me to add that JT hasn't already said. I don't condone the idea of someone coming in and knocking them out. I know what JT means. I know that he means less of, hey, I want people to lose their jobs, and more, it sure would be fucking nice if CEOs could somehow be held accountable for once in history. But we all know better, and we all know that's not about to fucking happen, especially at Microsoft. And at this point, there's really not anything to say or that's even worth adding. But the brand is beyond help. There's literally nothing that they can do. The very last chance I think they had was literally just a few weeks ago, where they were on this little, I guess, goodwill tour, so to speak, dropping the price not to where it was, but down a bit. It's something. I know it's called price anchoring. I'm not stupid, but it's still something to at least give the appearance that they're trying to do things right, admitting, hey, we really overextended, we really fucked up, and we are trying not to do that, and we want to focus on games. And then we had like this 2-week stretch where literally just about every day we've had something about layoffs or something about studios getting shut down. There's nothing. There's nothing that they can do. You can't believe anything that they said. It already was suspicious. I'm not about to pretend that any of us were really buying this goodwill tour that they were doing earlier this year. But if nothing else, everybody saw the new person coming in from Phil Spencer and went, oh no, she's an AI person. That's not good. And then it almost seemed like she had something to prove a little bit and was trying to get things in a positive direction. And I'm not going to be, foolish and say that it's just one person, but clearly anyone that's associated with this company, you can't trust them.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, you really can't trust any of these companies. You really at this point shouldn't even be fucking fans of these companies. You can enjoy the works that they publish, but point being, bringing it back and keeping it on Microsoft, there's just no point. We're gonna make our games exclusive, but also we're just starting with Gears of War because I guess there's too much money left on the table by putting kind of honestly shitty looking Halo remake on PlayStation 5 for some reason.
I want to focus in on that real quick. Because in all honesty, I feel like keeping Gears of War exclusive right now is a mistake.
It absolutely is.
Gears of War is still a very niche franchise to a lot of people. They're like, Halo makes a lot of sense to go multi-plat as well, because you just need to boost the sales numbers and get some good faith built back up in these brands. But Gears of War just does not do the same numbers that Halo does. So, and having it as an Xbox console exclusive, the Switch 2 is going to outsell the fucking Xbox Series consoles next year. And that's going to be in its second year on the market. The Xbox
I'm legitimately shocked it's going to take that long.
Like, the Series consoles have been out at this point for over 6 years by the time we get there. And you guys expect to make your money back by keeping it console exclusive? So what happens when Gears of War E-Day sells 2 million copies and it does not meet what the budget was for that game? Is the fucking coalition going to have to get shut down too? Because you guys made the bullshit decision to keep it exclusive for no reason other than to appease the fucking fanboys? Like, I just don't get it.
It's too little too late. Sony has enough pull that they can do this bullshit, which I still don't think is a great idea, but going back and saying, oh, the PC thing didn't work out, so we're just sticking to PlayStation. Xbox doesn't really have that luxury, and they haven't had that luxury in many, many, many years now. So, I can't even get mad at it at this point. It's just fucking par for the course. Like, anyone that's under that umbrella, you might as well just assume, like, at this point, there's probably nothing coming out. Probably nothing to even really look forward to from any of it, because very good chance it's going to get canceled or sold or changed or whatever. Like, how can you possibly care? How can you possibly get invested in any of it?
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of mistakes I really want to highlight going all the way back to 2013. And I know we talked about this quite a bit. Was that E3 press conference. And then the biggest two that happened after that was there was consecutive years when the Xbox Series was on the market that they didn't have a single first-party game come out. 2021, 2022 were those 2 years where they just had next to nothing. I want to backtrack a little bit because Halo Infinite came out in 2021, but it might as well not have even come out that year because it didn't really get fixed until 2023, like, if we're being completely honest. But in 2022, they had 0 games come out. You just can't do that these days. You need exclusive software to get people to care. And if you go 2 years and without exclusive software, people are not going to give a fuck. It doesn't matter how many games you have in Game Pass. People just will not care. They are going to look at the box, say that's expensive. There's no exclusive games on it. Like, games take forever to make these days. I just don't give a damn. I don't want it. And for them to go that long without actually having software was just a big mistake. And now we have all the other PR mistakes that have happened over the last 3 years, starting with, I believe, Perfect Dark, letting that information get out there the way it did, canceling that project, canceling a number of other projects. That's the thing. They announce so many games and then end up canceling so many games. It's like, stop announcing this shit until it's 4 or 5 months away from launch. Like, oh man. It's almost like the people up at the top of fucking Microsoft and Xbox literally stick their head in a fucking microwave every morning to get ideas with tinfoil wrapped around it.
I don't even know if you could really call it ideas.
To get whatever the fuck they get.
I think it's just raw numbers and raw data, and not understanding how those numbers actually materialize. I think that's the biggest problem that is just plaguing entertainment, and has for the last like decade.
Yeah. Going back to also E3, not E3, the official reveal of the Xbox One, where you didn't hear a single thing about a video game. All you heard was TV, TV, TV the entire time.
Yeah. Zach, what do you think, though? I mean, is there any hot take that you have about Microsoft?
Yeah, I don't really think I have any major hot take that nobody's ever heard before either. I'm kind of on the same page with you guys. It feels like that Xbox is really just stuck in a place of like having to ride it out, and it's just been like never-ending series of bad decisions that have landed in this moment. And like, I wanted to point out that, like, Carson, you're totally right. They don't have the ability to just go fully exclusive with these kinds of games. Like, they don't have the game that's going to make everyone turn their heads and go, damn, I want to play that. Like, that culturally significant video game that's going to make waves in that kind of way, that will make an exclusivity launch matter for them, like, doesn't exist. Like, I am kind of excited about the Halo campaign remakes because they're adding in a lot of cool, like, new things for longtime fans, and I think it's going to be kind of nice at like a cheaper price point down the line. But like, I'm gonna play it on my PC. I'm not gonna play it on my Xbox. It's available on PC, so like that stuff isn't going to get people to move the needle anymore. And I don't know if Xbox has something in the pipeline other than like an Elder Scrolls 6 that could maybe go exclusive and get a lot of people to go, okay, I will get an Xbox for this. But then again, like, Bethesda trust is at like an all-time low for a lot of people as well. So it's hard to say. It's just kind of not adding up well. The good will tour that they did for all the niceties of the PR stuff was cool to see, but it sucks that, yep, of course it's followed by the industry is still being consolidated into just a couple of mainstream franchises that will carry all of the brands forward. And if you had a favorite little niche video game over the last like 10 years, it got bought out and then it got shelved because they didn't know how to foster all of the IP they own. And we're just kind of like living in that era still, and Xbox was not done making those cuts. So it's screwed after all of this stuff. So I don't know, man. The fucking rumors though about it like possibly getting spun off into its own thing and not owned by Microsoft makes me super like skeptical about the whole thing. It's like, I don't really need my Xbox to be associated with Microsoft because I'm not happy with that company in general. I'm fucking super annoyed by Microsoft for everything AI related constantly right now. And so like them being fairly independent would make me happy, but I also don't see how Xbox could even stand on its own two legs with how it has been doing everything. I actually think that game company would fall apart completely if they were not being like given assistance by their major parent company at this point.
You know, it'd be fucking crazy as if Microsoft did decide to spin Xbox out and say, okay, this brand is now for sale. Somebody jump in. And Atari just has all this money like saved up. And then Atari just bought Xbox. That would be incredible. And
low
you know
key,
what?
It could be Amazon, because Amazon has done this weird thing of ditching all of their shit and they have enough money to do something like that. And then here we go. I don't really want Jeff Bezos to have that level of money in my gaming sphere, but he could if he really, really wanted to.
I don't know if anyone would actually want to buy or give a shit about Xbox, but Activision Blizzard, I could see at least a scenario where nobody wants Xbox, but a bunch of their like assets or studios or whatever they have remaining get sold off, and I could see Amazon buying Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
We know it won't be Embracer Group.
Nope, not anymore.
We got any closing remarks? I think I've gotten everything that I need to get out about Xbox for the next 5 years.
I feel like I have something, but nothing is popping up. So buy Xbox. I'll see you next year.
All right, we'll come back to Xbox whenever we get the announcement of whatever fucking Project Helix is going to be. Let's I'm gonna go into another question from the community from Hank. Did you guys notice that DMC5 on Switch 2 has a mode where it runs at 90 frames per second? No, I did not notice that, but in about 3 hours, I'll let you know what that experience is like.
Is that when it comes out, or is that how long your download's going to take? What's
No, that's
3
when it
hours?
comes out.
Ah. All right,
It's
soon.
Yeah, it's preloaded right now, but you can't play it until at least 10 o'clock. Maybe a little bit earlier, we'll see. And by that time, in all honesty, I'll probably be asleep. But yeah, 90 frames per second on DMC5. I don't know if I actually want to play it at 90 frames per second. I feel like that's gonna hurt my brain.
It'll feel really nice, trust me.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
It'll feel real good. Fucking Metroid Prime 4 at 120 FPS on Switch 2 was unbelievably smooth. So
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did do that mode a few times, and I was like, okay, this runs really fucking good.
yeah. It'll feel nice.
All right, we got one more question from Bobby. Bobby is asking a food-related question. We haven't had one of those in a while. Would you rather get tacos from a taco truck, a Taco Bell, a Del Taco, or a grocery store? The taco truck. That's my pick.
Yeah. Definitely taco truck number 1. I'm probably going to put Del Taco at number 2 because there was a nostalgic moment forever ago when I liked that shit. Grocery store tacos are very hit or miss, and then Taco Bell's straight last because I'm not a fan of their tacos. But their Cantina chicken burrito is pretty fucking solid. I'll give it to them.
I know that ice cream thing that they tried a year ago was pretty mid at Taco Bell's. Taco Bell is definitely dead last to me as well. But between Del Taco and I think I'm going grocery store over Del Taco, to be honest with you. Last time I had Del Taco, my stomach was not okay.
Dude, it's been over 10 years. I don't even know what the quality is still like, but part of my childhood tells me I would enjoy it. So I'm kind of maybe. You got to try one.
All right, that's fair. Trust your inner child.
Things could have changed. It could be a big mistake. Carson, where are you at with all this?
You know what? I've never had deli taco. So I think that my list would be the same as JT's. I'm more of a quesadilla guy myself, so I'm working off of that logic. And since the truck is the closest to a restaurant or just someone who is not me making it, but also isn't pre-processed, I think I would go with the truck first. Then I would probably go grocery store second. But I'm also thinking grocery store in the sense of get the ingredients and take it the fuck home and make it myself. Having never had Del Taco, I would still put it above Taco Bell because I would rather gamble with that shit than willingly eat Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate Taco Bell as much as I used to, but I still do not enjoy Taco Bell, and if I can avoid it, I shall. Except, I don't know if they still have it. Taco Bell used to have a slammin' breakfast. A really fucking good breakfast. I don't know if they still do, but they used to at one point, man.
They used to have this burrito thing with the hash brown in the middle of it. That was pretty fucking good.
Yes.
I'll say that. Yeah.
They also had like a crunch wrap, but it was like bacon, egg, cheese, and maybe sausage. And I think there was maybe some hash brown in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, there were some peppers in there, like with it was really good. Like all the breakfast stuff I had from there was so fucking good. Granted, we've had this conversation many, many years ago. And by many, I mean like 2, but that feels like 4 lifetimes at this point.
Yeah.
But I know that we've talked about how like there's really not anywhere that has a breakfast that any of us could call like bad.
True.
Like
Pretty hard to fuck up breakfast. Yeah.
I feel like there's literally only one place that has a breakfast that I wouldn't trust, and that's fucking Burger King.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say fucking Burger King. Yeah,
I mean,
I
for
agree.
real, I would do a breakfast. I don't even know if they have it. I would absolutely do breakfast at fucking Arby's before Burger King.
No,
And
I
I
know about
know Long John Silver's doesn't have one, but I think I would chance their breakfast before I would Burger King. I don't know. On second thought, I wouldn't go that far. I would do Burger King over Long John Silver. Long John Silver's nasty.
I would not
Capital
trust a breakfast from a seafood restaurant at all.
A fast food seafood restaurant, dog.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
That's definitely how you get some sort of gastro disease. Or all of
Yeah,
it.
it's called bubble guts.
Yeah. For days too. All right, let's talk real quick about this Steam machine. I guess not real quick. We're probably going to be on this subject for a while. I don't have too much to say about the Steam machine pricing, just because you guys are definitely well more versed in Steam than I am. So I'm going to kind of like leave most of this discussion to you guys. How are we feeling about the pricing? Like,
Well, let me counteract you there, because I would almost guarantee everything that Zach is going to say is what I would say, and vice versa. So I actually, if you don't mind, want to take the reins from the show from you for a minute, and I want to run it past a few questions past you, because
okay.
I feel that this could have been, in a perfect world, an opportunity to get someone who, maybe someone like you, JT, who is into video games and follows video games, but they don't play video games on a PC or anything. I don't want to assume, but the first easy question I have for you, having seen the reveal and the price and the specs, has this made you any more interested in PC gaming, and do you think it would make you take the plunge?
I do think I would have been more interested had the price not been the price that got revealed.
Do you think that, just real quick, because
Yeah.
I want to follow that, because I have a pretty good feeling this is where you're going. Do you think that if it was still, like, again, perfect world, if it had been able to keep that $750 price tag, do you think that would have tempted you enough to go and take the plunge?
I think 650 would have been my sweet spot. To be,
That's fair,
yeah,
that's
650 would have been my like absolute like. If it was 650, if they would have announced the 650 price tag, I would have pre-ordered, like been on the waiting list to get one. 750 might have been a little bit more than what I would have been comfortable with. I could have been talked into it.
I feel like Zach and I probably could have talked you into it.
Yeah.
Especially for like emulation. I think like it's the perfect device for emulation.
Exactly.
And that's like all I would have really used it for, because like my biggest ask with like the Apple TV, because I use that for emulation, is that I could do more on it. And I do want a device on the TV that plays games from the eras that I love, PS3, GameCube, those like 2 eras right there. I just wish the Apple TV could do a little bit more of that. And the fact that it can't, it really only goes up to like the PSP sometimes. But I just want a little bit more of a beefier machine, so that way I can run fucking Azura's Wrath on my TV and not, get the jitters that I get on my MacBook. I think it would have been perfect for something like that. But the fact that it is the price that it is, I'm like, well, I'm not going to spend over $1,000 for an emulation device.
Especially too, if you were wanting to because it would be cool too. There's definitely some PC only games that all three of us could have in a perfect world like been able to play together, and I'm sure Zach and I would have been able to talk you into. But now, as an entry level device, not only is it 4 figures, some people might say it's splitting hairs, but not for nothing, you got to buy games.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's emulation and there's plenty of free games on Steam, but like at the end of the day, I would assume at some point, somewhere in there would be a game where it's not coming to Switch 2 and you'd be like, fuck, I'd like to play this, like it's a very big ask, but
yeah,
I appreciate you sharing that with me, or not just with me, with everybody, because that's honestly the aspect that I was curious about, was someone outside of the PC space. Because I feel like that at one point, I think that's who they were trying to target again. They tried 12 years ago with the original run of the Steam machine, and that really didn't pan out. It was pretty nebulous. Now, I feel like they've got this so figured out, or had it figured out, that this was going to be their second run to try to be a bit of a competitor. And man, like Xbox, Nintendo, Sony, all of them are expensive, but you can get 2 of them. You could almost get all 3 for the price of the lowest Steam machine. And that's a big fucking ask from the outside. I'm going to call that my time now. I'm going to yield it over to Zach because, like I said, I'm sure anything that he's going to say, it's going to be the same thing that I would have to say. And I wanted to get JT's perspective more than anything. And I'm also going to hand the reins of the show back to you, my friend. I just figured that, it might be a little more interesting instead of hearing everything that Zach is going to say for a second time, only far less concise and a lot fucking louder.
Yeah, me and Carson really do share like the same brain a lot of the time when it comes to this stuff. You and me are on the same wavelength, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much. Like, I think that's a pretty great way to phrase it and to like put in the perspective. Because if the price was really good, I probably would have tried to convince you to get one, JT, because it would have been the perfect entry point. And I was planning on making a video like a long time ago. In the back of my head was like, if Steam machine's price point sits right above a PlayStation 5, looks like a genuine competitor now in the console space, like that would essentially force Steam and Valve in between Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo, and like that would have been such an interesting thing to happen. But now the world does not play nice at all, and they have had to go far beyond where the fuck anybody wanted them to be, or even where Valve wanted to be, because they've been pretty transparent about why the price is so damn high. So it sucks for sure to see where it all landed. Even with the other part that's bumming me out the most too is honestly, like, I don't know if where all of it lands in terms of the current pricing, or even with the pricing that it could have had previously, is the performance like up to snuff, because it, like, a lot of the benchmarks that are coming out for this thing shows that it's like kind of pairing up against graphics cards and that came out like a while ago. Like, I saw it was pretty on par with like an RTX 2060 and like the RTX 5050 and an RTX 3060. And these are all pretty low tier graphics cards, but if you could have like gotten the entry level price for this just right, it would have pretty much performed very nicely. But this is also like PC gaming like 8 years ago would have made sense when you could have made an entry-level computer for like $900, $800, and now making an entry-level PC is like ridiculously priced. And so like the take that I've been seeing that a lot of people have been making about the pricing who are like big PC DIY nerds, everyone's been saying with the current market conditions, this price makes sense. But nobody likes how anything is currently stacked up, so therefore it feels like trash because everything feels like trash. It's like, well, yeah, anything is going to be there. But there are still now some companies that are making pre-builts out there right now for $1,000 or a little bit less that do outperform what the Steam machine is capable of putting out, because they've just been in the industry long enough. They've made enough hardware. Not all of it is as custom as Valve's solution is. So therefore, they can kind of get away with putting out something a little bit cheaper with a lot more bang for your buck. And that's just the world that we're at. Like, it turns out that this is just a really difficult scenario. And so I'm still very excited for the Steam machine. It has changed from something that could have been a genuine, like, I would recommend this to people to get into PC gaming, to this is probably going to be really fun for a very niche group of people. And I hope that someday, as everything starts to get better, because things will get better, we might not be alive when that happens, might be better for somebody else, but everything gets better eventually, that shit will have a chance at like coming around somewhere for somebody. And so, like, who knows, maybe Steam Machine 2, Valve can't count to 3, so I'm not going to put my bets on a Steam Machine 3 being a market correction, but fucking who knows. Well, like something nice will come about it. I think the one thing that nobody's really mentioned yet, and I haven't really seen discussed online too much, is like, dude, if you thought the Steam Machine was expensive at its entry-level point, a Valve Index was $1,000 when that shit launched. And Valve pretty much said that they are trying to use their new Steam Frame headset to replace the Valve Index. That fucking Steam Frame headset's gonna be like 15 grand, like for a base price. It'll be very painful. That one is not gonna be for everybody. So like, the one thing that I think is coming up next that people aren't really ready for is realizing how bad that Steam Frame is going to hurt your wallet. And if you're interested in that thing, I feel like people are gonna have to walk away not being so interested.
Yeah. It's just kind of like where we're at with like electronics and a lot of different goods as well. As like, you got to pick like what's important and pick your one and things like that. It's kind of like why me being a camera nerd, where I would love to like look at camera tech every time like something new like comes out just to see what the features would do. I'm good with my Canon R6 for the next like 14, 15 years at this point. I don't really like want to have to invest in anything that does a couple of features definitely a little bit better, like maybe like image quality like looks better. As long as you know how to use it, then it's going to work out just fine. And that's kind of like where we're at with video games as well. A lot of people are probably just going to stick to the PCs they had at home already. I think the Steam machine is going to sell out because, like you said, Zach, it's going to appeal to that very niche audience that, wants to dive in and see like the inner workings of this thing. But I also see like, the part where Carson was talking about, this was probably going to target a broader audience for sure, had it been able to come out at that $650, $750 price point. It sucks that we're not there just because fucking AI and RAM shortages and the Ramageddon and everything going on right now.
But I do. War and the tariffs and all the other bullshit. Tariffs. Yeah, it's just everything is just in a shitty spot.
Because it'd be nice to be able to walk into the living room when I'm not really like playing on the Switch and just kind of want to go play like an older game and not have to do that on my MacBook. Because I like to use my MacBook as a PC mostly, even though it can run a lot of emulated games pretty well outside of the PS3. Even like some of those can run pretty well, but it'd be nice to actually be able to have like a device connected to the TV where I want to play those games, where if I have friends over, I can go, look at this, I got this old ass Mario Party game that we can go dive in and play that isn't on like the Switch 2 NSO expansion yet. Like, I want to get into like some of the GameCube Mario Parties. I believe those will come, but it's only time will tell. But at the same time, it'd be nice just to be able to like have that core emulation device that works really well. I think
plus a entrance into AAA gaming at medium to high setting 60 FPS at like 2K to 1080p. Like you could get away with some of the stuff that's coming out on this thing pretty decently as like a AAA gaming device for what doesn't show up on Switch 2. Like that was a genuine option on that. Like it wasn't just the emulation station thing that it could really be, because it's gonna crush emulated games easy. But like with the tweaking, if you were willing to play around with it, you can make this thing a pretty nice like AAA playing game. Maybe not at 4K 60 like Valve has been talking about. Maybe the FSR 4 upscaling tech that AMD is rolling out pretty soon here will be capable of hitting those numbers. But if you wanted it to be like a little nice like console replacement, it could have actually been that thing if that price was in a nice spot. That's another reason why it's so tragic. Like it could have done that stuff. You can get it to run. I think somebody was doing every setting on high at like 1440p for Resident Evil 9, and they got like a solid 60 FPS. So like, it would have done it. It would have been great.
Well, stuff like that, I believe, is like just when you can do that and it'd be over 1080p and still hit 60 frames per second. Because I mean, that game on the Switch is just 1080 with DSLR at 60 frames per second, which is fine. But to see it at a little bit of a brighter and clearer resolution than 1080p, man, that'd be nice too.
It'd be pretty sweet. Yeah.
I believe those problems on Switch won't get fixed until there's a Switch 3, and who knows where the fuck we'll be at when that happens.
Oh yeah, Nintendo will probably drag out this generation as long as they can if I were them. I mean, fuck, if I were any of the game manufacturers at this point, I would try to drag out my like console cycle as long as I could until these shortage prices or RAM prices like figured themselves out.
Yeah, because even speaking, like PlayStation sells more consoles than a lot of people outside of Nintendo at this point. So it's like, why force a PS6 on people at $1,000 when they know they aren't going to want to afford it? It's going to be the fucking influencers and the YouTubers that have this shit and nobody else. Like,
and you got no games. You don't release games for unless it's like every 6 years now. So like, I don't see the point. You should just fucking hold off until you can figure out everything. Which is crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I'm kind of not expecting PlayStation 6 to come out until probably about 2029 at this point. But even then, that seems like it's still a little too soon.
Yeah, we'll see where it all lands. Do you have any other like major points that I missed, Carson, that you want to hit on the Steam machine? Is there anything super interesting about it to you that we didn't really talk about?
No, you got it. You totally got it.
There it is.
I got to step away for a couple of boys. Just, keep on keeping on. Give me like 15 and I'll be right back. I'm going to stay on the call, but sorry, my brother just had his second baby. So
congratulations.
I just got pictures, so I'm about to go show my wife. So I'll be back. Sorry.
All right.
Yo, mid-show celebration. Congratulations to Carson's brother. Hell yeah.
Exactly. I did not know his brother was having a second baby. That's very exciting. He kept it a secret.
But so I guess the one thing that I have to mention that's left about Steam Machine is I do plan on picking one up. I put myself in the reserve for an option with a Steam controller because me and Lexi decided a long time ago that we were going to split it. But if I wasn't splitting it with my fiance of like trying to go halvesies on this thing, I probably wouldn't be buying one, like straight up. I don't think I would be even remotely curious in getting it. But because the market sucks and we want to have something for the living room that both of us can like play on together, this is kind of like the device to do without going really deep into more DIY stuff. And I don't really want to go through making my own small form factor PC right now with the RAM shortages being as shitty as they are. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up this Steam machine and have fun with it and see what Valve does. I've really liked how they treated the Steam Deck over the years. The fucking support for this thing, software-wise, like SteamOS 3.8 that came out recently is really good. And I'm shocked at how long Valve has been capable of just like pulling more performance out of that device and making it feel better over time. So I'm sure the Steam machine will have the same thing. As time goes on, they'll find more and more optimizations using Proton to make it feel like a smoother experience. The other part of it, the one thing that I really wanted to mention, that I'm thinking about it, but Carson also didn't have this on his list because it looks like he was excited by his recent family developments. The convenience of the Steam machine is not something that can be replicated by a pre-built PC from another manufacturer. There are things inside the Steam machine purposely built for a TV experience, mainly HDMI CDC protocols, where I'm going to be able to pick up my Steam controller, press button, and everything turns on. I'm not going to have to do any walkthrough, any configuration for it. Like, I love my fiance, but she's not the most technically proficient person. And so, like, she's going to now be able to go up to this thing, turn it on like a console. My entire Steam library that I've had for over, like, I think, like 13 years now, maybe longer, will be there and available for her to play. There won't be any, like, questions or hassle of, like, how do I get this to run? What's wrong with this? Why doesn't it come up? Like, most of the stuff in that situation, she's going to walk up to it, press the button, and it will just go. And where it needs to go to sleep, she hits the sleep button, everything goes to bed, and then tomorrow we come back, hit the same button, it all comes back, no hassle. And so, like, that's a big part of it for me, is the convenience factor. Even if the performance doesn't really meet the price, it's like knowing how much headache that it's going to save, like, her trying to use this thing and me trying to use this thing, and I can still tinker with it as much as I've tinkered with my Steam Deck. So that's another huge part of the puzzle, is Valve really fought hard to bring PC gaming to the living room space in a way that is incredibly convenient for the user, and they've nailed it. They've just nailed it with the Steam Deck. They're going to nail that part here again with the Steam machine. So that's a huge piece of the puzzle to me.
Yeah, that was honestly like the most enticing factor for me, is the fact that, oh, you just press a button and it just launches you into like the game that you're playing or the home screen, like, and I don't have to really like configure with a lot of settings, because I'm so much of a, like, I want to save as much time as possible person, where I don't want to like have to mess with that shit. And that's why I've kind of stayed away from PC gaming for the most part, is because I do know it's a lot of tinkering and configuring and everything else that goes along with it, where I'm just like, just let me play the game. Just let me go. Take the fucking training wheels off.
100%. Yeah. Sometimes that tinkering shit is a lot of fun, because you never feel like you've done enough, and there's always more cool stuff for you to do underneath, especially in the modding scene. But like, the thing that I was telling everybody about the Steam Deck that I left forever ago is, like, what if you picked up your Nintendo Switch and in the bottom left corner there was a button that you pressed and it took you to a desktop, and then on that desktop it was like a Mac device, and you could do literally every single thing you could on a Mac desktop that you could now on your Nintendo Switch. And that means modding, installing, changing, writing files, like anything you want. That's the genius of the SteamOS stuff. It's like, it takes no effort to load into that desktop and just fuck with your console's like core systems. And like, that has so much benefit to it. So that's where all of the magic of PC gaming is. Or you don't have to fuck with that stuff at all. You can just turn it on, and then it will load into the screen, press 2 buttons, launch, game, go. And like, that's the best part about how SteamOS works for all of this. And that's what would have made it a great entry point for so many people. But who knows? Like, I'm kind of like subtly hoping in the back of my head that Valve is going, we have to drop the price on this fucking thing at some point. If all of this gets corrected, we will. But like, who knows what state the world will be in? Will they ever get the chance? RAM has reportedly dropped, but then goes right back up, and I go check Amazon or fucking Micro Center, and like the prices are still insanely inflated. It's not like it really makes a difference if it's like 300% over what it used to be. So who knows? Like, I know Valve wants to make a difference with how they built all this stuff out, but like, has anybody actually dropped their prices after major price increases like this? I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because that's like one thing I've looked into here. A lot of people were talking about, well, the prices went up, but things are like going to go back down. So what does that do to the price? The prices are just going to stay expensive.
Yeah.
Like, these companies are not like our fucking friends. They're not going to be like, oh yeah, because, you know, prices on stuff that we can get went down, dude, that means the prices for stuff that you can get are going to go down. No, they don't think that way. They are thinking about, how can we make more money? How can we cripple people's fucking bank accounts and squeeze more out of them? That's what these corporations honestly think about. It's shitty, don't get me wrong, but that's the world that we have always lived in. Like, we've always lived in this capital ass country, and I hate to like bring it to that, but that's reality. That's where we're at.
Number going up.
Yep. I got nothing else.
I got one more thing to say. This is the last point probably to make about the Steam Machine. The only way that I think the price will ever realistically drop as to whatever it is right now on the Steam Machine is during one of Valve's famous Steam sales, because they did eventually start to drop that price pretty heavily on some refurbished models. And when they were finally done selling the Steam Deck LCD edition, they were just like, all right, we're going to clear inventory, clear house. Let's just fucking start hitting the discounts. And like, that might be the one time when this thing has a realistic, like, huge price decrease, is during that situation when they're like, all right, we're moving on. We're just going to clear inventory. And I really don't see it changing price at any other point until the very, very end.
Yeah, if we get a big price increase at that point, I will be more enticed to buy. If there's a refurbished model and it's fucking $700, or even, I would say maybe like in a year or two, like if we get to that point and I can get one of those things for, let's say, $800, that might be worth it for me.
Yeah, we'll see. Time is hopefully on everybody's side with this one, but yeah, we just got to be patient, I guess, and see where it all goes.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, I hope to be, I know I'm going to be in a better spot financially. So $800 2 years from now, but let's run the money. I will cut the check in the future.
Yeah.
All right, let's dial it into talking about some actual video games, because Steam Next Fest has been going on, keeping the subject on Steam. And I know that both you and Carson have been checking that out, have been playing some cool new games that are going to come out, some amazing games that either did come out or just have demos. Zach, what have you been playing?
Yeah, so speaking of tinkering with things, there's this fucking game on Steam Next Fest called Restory, which is where you are a like small technology repair shop technician in some part of Japan, and your whole deal is repairing old tech that shows up and trying refurbishing other tech for parts, and like there's a kind of an interesting mafia story that plays on top of it. And so like I'm talking like name brand old school Nokia phones to fucking Atari 600s to fucking like 3DSs, PSPs, like original Game Boys. Like that is the game. Is people will show up with their old video game consoles and be like, can you fix this? And then you get to dismantle the entire thing, look at all the internals, clean everything up, put it back together, and then hand it back over to them. And like you got to try and do it quickly because there's like a time like management system to it. There's only so much time in every day before you need to close the shop back down and start over. And I saw that shit. I'm normally not the kind of guy to like get into like Power Washing Simulator or something, or like any of these like enterprise kind of games. Like that's just not my thing. And so I saw the tinker with old technology shit because I'm like, I do that all the time. Like my 3DS is like modded in that same way. Like I've taken this thing apart, I put it back together and changed shit out of it, and like done new stuff and put on new skins. I've replaced the shells, I've replaced the buttons, I've replaced joysticks on there just for the fun of it, just because I like doing it. And so I was like, all right, bet, video game, literally my name on it. And I launched it, and I'm not that into it. I thought I was going to be super fucking into this video game, but I actually don't like it that much. The core gameplay loop is pretty much just actually dismantling the tech, which is kind of a cool part when you do it the first time. But then the actual gameplay loop is like removing those buttons, and then you power wash simulator clean all of the fucking components, and then you put it back together or buy like a replacement part off of eBay, and some guy shows up and delivers it, and then you like have to dismantle the fully intact unit, and then, oh, this one's got like a sim chip that's broken, but the motherboard is good in there, so I'll replace that with the good motherboard and give it back to the guy and hopefully make profit at the end of the day. And like that part's interesting. I think if they could somehow make the dismantling and like repair mechanic a little bit more intriguing, I would be more into it. But so far, everything I've done in the game is just like cleaning parts, where you just like power wash sim clean everything nicely and then put it back together. And so I got really bored about an hour in after doing that for like my 5th piece of technology. I was like, oh man. So maybe they aren't actually for me. Maybe I'll just keep tinkering with my technology in real life. But I was super pumped about it. The game is probably for somebody else though. Like it's pretty well done. The design is good. The art is good. The way they made your like little tech repair shop feel is really nice. It's like a super cozy, really like comfortable game. The lighting that comes in from day to nighttime as you're working on technology inside of like the little like repair hut is super cool. Like they did really good job with the atmospherics. So yeah, it's called Restory. It might not be for me, but I think somebody else out there would probably really enjoy it. So check that shit out. It's on Steam Next Fest.
Restory. I'm looking it up. Like,
yeah, it's interesting. The aesthetics are cool because it's like this anime retro aesthetic paired with like 3D, like almost like cell shaded stuff, so that they can make it all work together in the same universe. And like, I'll knock it to them. Like they did a good job. It's also set in the early 2000s. They like really want you to know that fact. So you're like working on like Windows XP computers to like purchase new parts for the broken technology you're trying to fix.
I mean, the art style looks pretty freaking cool. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, it's nice. Turns out I'm just bored by the gameplay, so I'm not into it as much as I thought I would. But somebody out there probably would really fuck with this, and so you should check it out if you think you're kind of curious into that kind of thing. Yeah, that's exactly it right there.
Yeah, I'm really digging the art style.
Yeah, the art style is sick. And so like, see how the lighting is kind of coming in off in the distance, and like it's morning right now, and like
yeah,
the vibes are just like on point. Because I was working on like one of the Atari consoles, and then I noticed like, holy shit, dude, it's like dark out. Like you can like feel the time of day as you're working on things, because they definitely speed up time. Like you have to close shop before midnight or something bad happens to you. Like they really make it say like, hey, you should not keep your shop open past midnight because some thugs like came and roughed up and stole shit. And so you need to finish your work day. You can't work too late. But the way that it feels, like the aesthetics are super good. But yeah, the part that threw me off is like undoing screws. You just click on the screw and it slowly undoes itself, and you have to do this multiple times per device because devices need a shitload of screws to hold everything in place. And so like by fucking piece of tech number 5, I was like, if I have to unscrew one more fucking panel, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's like just not entertaining to me in that aspect. And then literally the only thing you can do to like repair stuff really, like most of the time, is just put in a new part that you ordered, or just like literally power wash sim away the dirt that's on whatever the part is, and then just slap it back on and call it a day. Like, there's no like soldering, there's no board repair. Maybe there is in the full game, but like I didn't get to experience any of that stuff. And if that's the cool part of the game, yo, you need to get that shit earlier in the demo. But like, yeah, it really just seems like cleaning and replacing parts with good parts, and like that's about it. But somebody, like I said, someone's going to be into this. I wasn't. Maybe somebody would think this game is sick. This kind of wasn't really for me.
All right. Yeah, well, I mean, I can understand like why, because it does look like a very I'm not gonna say mid, it just doesn't look fun.
Yeah, the appeal for me was when I saw somebody repairing a Nintendo DS and a fucking Sony PSP, and I was like, that's kind of dope. Like, you got actual fucking consoles in here. I don't know how you did that, but they're in there. And so that was the part that got me really excited. But they kind of like dangle those things over like a carrot on a stick, because you don't really get to work on those things until like later into the demo. And so when I was repairing my like 5th Atari console, I was like,
you're just done. Yeah,
I don't want to do this anymore. Like, this has been the fucking 54th screw that I've had to put back in into the 19th console panel I've torn off and repaired. Like, it's not, that part just wasn't for me.
I couldn't tell if the game like even like has like music playing at all either.
It does.
It doesn't.
There is an in-game radio that it's good music, actually. I will give it that. Like, the vibes are good. The music that plays on the radio, you can flick it on and off. You can move the radio to any side of the room that you want, and it pans around. So like you can hear it on your right side or your left side. Like, everything feels nice. It's just like when you're doing the actual repairing of the consoles itself, I was just like, this is just boring. Like, this is just for somebody else. I got bored. But I still want to shout it out because I like the concept. Like, I think it's a really fucking cool idea. I just don't like it enough that I'm not going to make a video on it this time. Instead, I'm going to talk about it here on the podcast, because this is way easier than spending like fucking 3 days getting a video ready. So
no, I get that. Yeah, especially for a game that it seemed like you kind of like, but not. Yeah, you're not 100% there.
Yeah, and I don't want to shout out a video game that I'm like, hey, yo, you should totally fucking check this out. Actually, I don't like it though. Like, what kind of message am I actually like sending at that point? I'm just saying I don't like it. Like, I don't want to bash on them.
Right. Yeah, like you said, it might be for somebody. It's just not for you.
Not for me. But somebody probably is gonna fucking love this game.
Okay, and that's Restory. Chill Electronic Repairs. This is the name of that game. Carson, are you back?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and tell us what you've been playing through Steam Next Fest.
Well, you know what? Mr. Zach had his opinion of a game that he ultimately didn't like, but wanted to recommend to other people. I have something that I liked and I'm going to recommend to people. I'm not fucking weird. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Nah. It's a joke. But what isn't a joke is the game I'm going to talk about, which is Truck-kun is supporting me from another world. Look this shit up right the fuck now. Is this what I think it is?
Hold on, it's called Truck-kun?
Truck-kun. Truck-kun is supporting me from another world. You play as a truck driver who has just mowed down by accident a up-and-coming businesswoman who is then sent to another to a JRPG, essentially.
So it's an isekai.
Yes, that's the entire joke. It's an isekai. And your job as the truck driver is to keep mowing people down, because then it turns them into monsters for the JRPG chick to beat and get XP and level up so that she can get a scroll of resurrection in her JRPG to come back to life. But for that to happen, you have to mow people down in the real world. And it's kind of like Crazy Taxi meets Katamari Damacy in a way. It's really stupid, I do kind of fear that the demo shows its entire hand and that the full game might not have as much meat to it. But what I played, I really enjoyed. And I think if it's 25 or less, I'll dive in day one. If it's more than that, probably gonna wait for a sale. But I feel like that's a pretty good price for this really fucking dumb game. It's so ridiculous, and that's right up my fucking alley. 100%.
This looks ridiculous.
I was almost turned off because I thought it was like a dating sim at first.
Yeah.
It's not at all. You might want to skip a little bit ahead because it's going to have some dialogue, and I'm sure the playthrough is wanting to show all that off. There you go. So yeah, you can do... So this is all the tutorial part, but the idea is that you're given a time limit, and you can extend that time limit by performing some of the little tasks that are in the top right corner, and also collecting clocks and doing that are just like on the map, and then doing deliveries as well. When you hit pedestrians, it turns them into monsters in the JRPG, which you can see there at the bottom. But that sword, that's how you get her to finish the monsters off and attack. And you get that up by running over objects like other cars or trees or benches or shit like that. So once that's full, you hit X, and then she kills everything, and that's how she starts to level up. And that's the whole loop to the game. It's very ridiculous, but it's very fun. And I really, really liked it. I wasn't really... It was not a game that was on my radar whatsoever, and I'd never heard of it until a buddy in a Discord posted. I think it might have been just a tweet or a video or something. Of somebody just playing it for like 10 seconds. And I was like, well, fuck it, if there's a demo, I'll see what the hell this is about. And now I'm kind of like, damn, I'm super glad this is coming out a week or a month from Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's like July 26th.
Oh, shit, okay.
You know what? Just kidding. July 29th. So a week and a month from today. But you can play the demo right the hell now on Steam for Steam Next Fest. And it's very chaotic, very goofy, but also a lot of fun. And I have a pretty good feeling that because JT instantly caught the premise, and I would not have known what isekai is if it weren't for the fact that they literally talk about it in this fucking game. But I have a pretty good feeling there's probably a lot of other anime tropes and shit that have just flown over my little peon head that people will probably enjoy and get a kick out of.
Yeah, this game looks hilarious. I think I'd be with you where it would have to be a certain price in order for me to say, yeah, I can see myself picking this up day one. But from what I'm like looking at, it seems like it's very well put together. It's got an interesting premise and idea. The fact that you like have to run over things to level your character up, and then there's a whole nother game happening as the fucking truck is driving.
Yeah.
Honestly,
you get attacked by cops for
cool.
like running too much shit over, like the juggle of like, oh fuck, I gotta still run over civilians so that she is more monster. That's just insane.
Yeah.
But here's the
Hilarious.
thing. As the cops start chasing you, the cops are also useful because they count as objects. So you can just... the bumpers, left bumper and right bumper, those are just side swipe. Like JT, I don't know if you ever played this, Zach, but JT, do you remember Sleeping Dogs?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And how you could do the fucking side swipe in that game?
Yep.
It works the same way in this one.
That's
the exact
tight.
fucking same. And so it's really fun because cops will try to like do like pit maneuvers on you, and you can literally just side swipe, and it'll probably show them on here when you hit them. It's not like they just like spin out or like even just blow up, they fucking go flying like Team Rocket in the Pokemon anime. It's great.
Nice.
Like you just fucking launch them. It'll probably show up in this video, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like, this game is just pure fucking chaos. It's so goofy. Oh yeah, here it's actually there we go right now. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
Perfect timing.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I love games like this that don't take themselves too seriously.
There you go.
And you just have
All right.
fucking fun. Yeah. If this game ever like came to like Switch, like, and it feels like $14.99 or something, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna throw that in there. This
I'm
looks
gonna be
incredible.
real. Unless the full game just doesn't catch on and it's just really, really niche, I would be shocked if this doesn't make its way to Switch eventually.
Yeah.
Like this seems like one of those ones that's almost kind of destined to, like, I could see streamers really getting into this, maybe. Or like really, you don't even need fucking streamers. Like, it's really kind of anybody. But you know, so much shit comes out that it's not hard to get lost or buried. But
Yeah. But I mean, the RPG is basically just fucking Dragon Quest happening at the bottom of the screen.
yeah. And I'm sure there's probably more with that as you get later in the game too. The only thing that I'm not sure about is I don't know if there's more than one map. I think if there's just this one map, that could kind of be a bit of a drawback. But there's like the purple stars that you're getting. That's like the XP basically for her. And it wants you to get a certain amount, like 100 of them. But like what happens next is blocked off in the demo. And I'm not sure if that opens like a whole new map or if it's just going to be like, oh, here's like the next part of the story. Okay, now do it some more. Like, I could potentially see like this getting a little old if it's like and maybe getting old potentially fast. That's the big concern that I have. If it's just this one map, because I do feel like I put like an hour and a half into it and I really liked it, but I could also see where that hour and a half I may have gotten just about everything out of this.
Mm-hmm.
At least so far in the demo. I really want to give it the benefit of the doubt and think that it's got like a lot of extra tricks and stuff up its sleeve. Because I was very, very impressed. This is the kind of thing you want to try to, or not try to find, but hope to find at a Steam Next Fest, where you're not even looking for it. It just sort of falls in your lap one way or the other, and then you're like, damn, well, I really want to play that now. And then you pick it up. The end.
This is why I'm an advocate for more games getting demos, or like beefy demos as well, where you can sink a little bit of time into that and just be like, I honestly was able to form like a really good opinion about whether I want to keep playing this or not. Because like you said, Carson, it's just like, you know, right place, right time for this video game to just kind of like hit you when it did. Because if it didn't, like if there was no demo for this, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it today. And it's kind of the thing that I really love about video games is how both of you jumped into Steam Next Fest and played two entirely different things, but had a lot of good opinions about both of those things. And they're just so unique. Like, and both of them are video games.
Hell fucking yeah.
Like, this looks fun. I'm going to put this on the radar.
Yeah, I was gonna say
The
that's the
demo's
other
still
thing too.
available.
I think it might be of yours too, Zach. But when I was playing it, I was like, we talked about what we've been playing on Monday. I'm gonna bring this up because I feel like it's right up your alley, JT.
Yeah,
But I know you like
this.
I know you like driving games, but everybody knows you really fuck with JRPGs, and I feel like this is the like peanut butter and chocolate meant just for you.
I mean, yeah, I do like some Reese's cups as well. So hell yeah! All right, well, You guys got any like other honorable mentions from Steam Next Fest?
Not really.
Yeah.
Didn't really play much else.
You made us sound a lot more diligent than what I think we both actually were. But
No, like
I feel like there might have been one or two other things that I tried, but the fact that they're not coming to mind immediately tells me that they clearly weren't worth mentioning.
yeah, they didn't stick. No, that's
The
fair.
one thing that is worth mentioning, though, about Steam Next Fest is that they are going to do another like little event. It could have already started. I need to go check the website, but they're going to take all of the like top most played demos and just put them into a big list and be like, "Hey, here's what all the good stuff was. Check this out." So,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That could already be live. I'm gonna stop
Fuck,
checking
that it.
it.
I might have
Just go
to-
the website right now. Yes, check out the most played demos of Steam Next Fest June 2026. So yeah, so right now you can go to the website and you can just go browse around what all the good stuff was or what everybody clicked with or found. All that stuff's out right now. So yeah, there's
Steam
resource.
Machine is here, is it though? I mean, is it? Is it though? Oh yeah, here we go. Check out the most played demo. Yeah.
All right, I'm
you're
gonna
right, you're
continue to browse that shit later. There's already one up here called Banana or Bomb Banana that looks kind of interesting, but I won't get too caught up in it. I'll continue browsing. So maybe we should do a follow up next week.
This one. I didn't know this had a demo.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I actually
agree.
could
We should
mention
do
that
that.
real quick. This bomb banana. You heard about this, JT?
the only thing that I have been indulging in that involves banana is the Donkey Kong Bonanza expansion that is a roguelike.
Okay, so Bomb Banana, right? It's a 3-player game. Everyone is playing as a monkey, but you know the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil?
Yeah.
That's the concept of this game. There's one person that has the bomb. They are blind. There is one person who has the bomb diffused and bomb defusal manual, basically saying how to actually defuse the bomb, and they can't speak. And the one person that can speak to them, to communicate to them, is deaf. And all 3 of those players have to work together to defuse the bomb. It looks amazing. I want to try it. I could not imagine trying to play this with just strangers on the internet, though.
Yeah, this definitely seems like a friend slop type of game. And I hate calling it that, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I wish Friend Slop wasn't like slop because I use slop to make fun of AI shit so much, and a lot of these Friend Slop games are like not slop. Like they're really fucking well designed and a shit ton of fun. Like the fucking like Peak is amazing. Fucking Gambling with Your Friends, fucking amazing. Repo, amazing. Like Lethal Company, amazing. Like these aren't slop. Like they're good. They're good games, but the genre title like stuck, right? Like fucking
Yeah.
Metroidvanias are forever Metroidvanias. So fucking Friend Slop is now forever Friend Slop. But these games are fun as hell, and they have a
Can
lot
we-
of effort.
Can we
So,
petition
they
to
just
call it
suck.
something else? Like, can we call it
We
like
gotta start that trend. We gotta fucking get people to stop calling it this shit.
friend, like friend something? I got to think of this now.
Yeah, we'll brand it.
You know,
Get the trademark going.
be back next week for when we create a new name for friend slop. Get this slop shit out of here. The only slop that I want is a sloppy toppy or a sloppy Joe. Please don't cancel me for saying that.
What
But,
if
I
instead
mean-
of friend slop, it was a friend job?
that's worse.
That's so much better.
Oh, are you
I
sure?
love that.
Oh, really? Oh,
A
my
friend,
God.
a friend job, huh? What type of jobs are your friends sending you on? Oh man,
would a friend job be another name for a dungeon master in D&D?
you know I could fuck with that.
Wait, Onimusha is part of Steam Next Fest? What?
Yeah, it got a demo.
I mean,
What?
like, I guess that makes sense, but like, I don't know. It's just like weird. I don't. There's no rules. There's not. It's not like there's no rules against, or there's rules against it. I guess I always just associate Steam Next Fest with like indie games because that's usually what it draws.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking through and I'm seeing like Restore, Order of the Sinking Star, Grain Rot, Double Dealers, Onimusha. Wait, what?
Wait, what's that double dealer games about? Is that about like blackjack?
No, it's another friend slop game, I guess you'd call it, because it's a 3 to 6 player auction game built around bluffing, deception, and manipulation, where you must outsmart your opponent's intense bidding wars, hide the truth, and turn risky trades into profit. Every round is a battle of mind games where trust is fragile and strategy is paramount.
That actually doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like this already exists on like one of the jackpots.
Yeah, I could see that.
There's a lot of these like co-op multiplayer games in here, like way more than I would have expected.
Yeah, I forgot about one game that I already covered it on my channel like a couple days ago, but this technically counts as Steam Next Fest. It's Mr. Impulse, the Titanfall 3 replacement game that has made its way out the door. I won't rant about it too much here because I already did it on the video that I made, but the game is not Titanfall 3. It is just another video game. It's cool, but it's not Titanfall 3.
Wait, what's the name of it?
Impulse. It's made
I've
by
heard
the
of that.
Splitgate developers. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was hearing about that a couple days ago, actually.
Yeah, very well put together. They're using, like, clearly using a lot of these, like, Splitgate 2 code that they already wrote to go ahead and make this one. Not a bad idea if you're going to make a bunch of shooters, but the game needs more emphasis on its, like, mechs and, like, Titan gameplay. Because right now it's just all, like, on-foot soldier stuff, and the mechs are, like, power weapons that are picked up around the map. They're not everybody gets a mech like in Titanfall. So that asymmetry that you would find in Titanfall is like not here. It's just all fast-paced movement stuff and like not enough of like giant cat and mouse run away from a big robot gameplay. But they said they are really open to hearing feedback, and they actually scrapped their entire roadmap because they had a different set of objectives, and with all the feedback that they've been getting about the demo that they put out, they're like, you know what, we're going to make this game with the community, so we've got a bunch of stuff here. We're going to start figuring out what features you guys think should be in place. So like kudos to them for like listening. The real question is like, will they deliver on that stuff? And it's going to be really cheap. It's only going to be like $20, no microtransactions, which is kind of cool. So
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, hopefully it gets a nice community and it works out well. Accidental advertisement for Phil Lesnar over here.
Yeah, exactly. Get these ads out of here. Let's watch some gameplay of Impulse.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, not a bad game. Plays really well, runs really well. Maps are kind of fun, but it was sold to me as a Titanfall 3 replacement, and so I'm a little bit salty because no, it is not. It is not Titanfall 3. It is like its own little thing. And I don't think it's going to be anything really like Titanfall in the end of the day. Like the most that it shares with Titanfall is wall running grappling hooks and giant robots, and the rest of the sauce that makes Titanfall what it is like completely missing from the game. But who knows? Like it's going into early access pretty soon actually. I think it launches around the end of July. And maybe in a year or two, if they continue to support it and it does well, like maybe that design will tighten up a little bit. Something cool will come out of it. But the game, I think, is like a little bit too one-sided on the pilot side of gameplay, like the on-the-ground running stuff. But some people might really like that and just like it for what it is and not like it for like not being enough like Titanfall. But like I said, like they've been going around And like I've been hearing from all kinds of people telling me like, hey, like this is the Titanfall 3 replacement game, and I'm like, no, it's not. And if you didn't tell me that, I probably would have enjoyed this game way more. But you got my expectations too fucking high. So sorry, maybe you shouldn't have used that as marketing.
Yeah, you just gotta, like come out with a game, do your own thing, and say, hey, like we took some ideas from other shooters, but we're not those other shooters. But we're gonna like do something cool and different, and hopefully like it latches on, because I think this gameplay looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, it looks really good, and it's really tight, and they did a good job. And like, fuck, dude, I even think that Splitgate 2 is like still like an interesting, well-designed game, even if the gimmick is kind of like short-sighted at the end of the day because the gimmick gets old. But for the most part, like, I think this could be a cool video game. I just wish that I wasn't told there would be more Titan stuff, and then there wasn't more Titan stuff.
Yeah, it's like going to fucking like get a sandwich and being told like, hey, like we got ground beef, but it's actually just not ground beef. It's the fucking beyond ground beef shit.
Yeah.
And
like I think the best analogy I can come up with on the spot is like, what if I told you that I was making a Mario clone, but then I got rid of all of the power-ups except for the fucking like mushroom, and like that's it. Like that's essentially what Splitgate did, or what fucking Impulse did. Like we got all of these other cool mechanics in place, but that one core one that is like kind of important to the gameplay, like balance and the design pacing, is like completely fucking missing. And so maybe, like, honestly, I think this game might be better if they just got rid of the mechs completely and they just made it all focused on the movement and the like while running gameplay. But
it kind of reminds
me, mechs are just so
more...
poorly designed. Like either flesh it out fully or just get rid of it completely.
Yeah, make the mech like a special, like that you get like once in a while.
Yeah, well, right now they're like drops on the map, and so like 2 of them currently spawn, whereas in Titanfall, every single person on the map at some point in time would get to spawn their Titan in and would get to run and get inside of it and have that chance to use it. But right now it's like Halo power weapons, where it's like the energy sword is like in this part of the map, and if you're good and you know how to fight and you can like win that battle, then you get to use the energy sword until somebody else kills you out of it. So it's kind of that same deal here of like people are going to fight over mechs and people are going to suck so much that they'll never get to use it, or 2 teams will just hold both of them for forever. But the mechs don't have like enough like options for customization and shit. So like honestly, I just feel like they should just remove them. Like I don't think they fit with the rest of the game. Like they feel kind of weirdly clunkily put inside. But like I said, they're willing to listen to feedback. They've announced that the roadmap is like going to be community driven, so we'll see where they go.
Sometimes that could be a really good thing,
could be really bad.
Or it could be really bad. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, that's all I got for our show for the night. I do want to leave you guys with a question before we get out of here. This question was proposed to me by actually another podcast that I have watched.
Oh, hey, there's my video right there. That's me. That's me, baby.
Look at that. YouTube pushing content for
That's
our boy.
Crazy.
But yeah, this question was given to me by a buddy's podcast. And they asked the question. So you got 2 options. Option 1, would you rather get $1 million up front? Like it was 10 million. You get $10 million just up front. Like you can have it. Here's $10 million. Or for the rest of your life, like let's say you live until you're 80. Every time you do a push-up, you get $10. Which one are you picking?
Wait, what was the first one again? I got really distracted by the second one.
You just get 10 million up front. Like up front, here's 10 million. That's your money. Or you could do a push-up, and every time you do a push-up, you get $10. Like a single push-up.
I'm doing the second one. One push-up, $10. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be fucking jacked, baby. Give me the second one. I'm gonna be so ripped. Make me earn that shit. You know how fucking like easy it is if you're just given like a shit ton of money to become corrupt and fucking stupid and just like ruin your life in 2 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So like, no, make me fucking earn it, and I will stay spiritually and mentally fucking strong while I'm like earning thousands and thousands of dollars. So like, no, I have to. I know what will happen to me. I am just as dumb as everybody else. I will ruin my life in 2 days if you give me $10 million dollars right now. So no way.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'd rather do the push-ups and get $10 because I mean I could just bust out. I'm like, fuck, I need $100. Like I gotta go grocery shopping. Just bust out fucking 10 push-ups.
Yeah, that's easy as fuck.
Yeah. Like I just see $100 in my bank account. Perfect.
You want me to do $20 right now, dude? I will go fucking do like just, you don't even need to do it all in one set. Like fucking do 5, then do 5, then do 5, like every other half hour for like the rest of the day. And you like earn yourself like 500 grand, something. I'm not doing math right, but like you could fucking totally get a ridiculous amount of money pretty quickly if you were like disciplined enough to be like, oh wait, like give me 1 second, I'm in the grocery store. This is how much is my bill? All right, pay for my shit. I'm out of here. Like, it's so easy. So easy.
Yeah, exactly. Or if, like in my case, you go on a date and you fucking like are in the negatives in the bank account, like, and the bill is fucking $200. I'm like, well, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. And you just go around back and just bust out a bunch of push-ups, come back, and your arms are a little tighter, and you got money on you. Like, boom, easy. Carson, what's your? I feel like I know your answer, but I want to hear you say it.
I would also do the push-ups, same as you guys.
Yeah.
If for also no other reason than you get $10 million and you got to do something with it. So I guess it would be less effort in a sense to just do the $10 push-ups. Not to completely take things off topic, I do want to backtrack a little to Steam Next Fest. Just one thing I want to say. Fuck everybody using AI. I was going to recommend a game that I thought looked interesting. I'm not even going to give it the pleasure of knowing it because at the very bottom was a description saying, we use AI generated content. It's only in the pre-production. Fuck you. That's what they always say every time. It's always in the pre-production, but it's reviewed by a human. And then guess what? Shit makes it into the final product anyway. That is clearly AI generated. Fuck you. There is so much of that in Next Fest this year. I was going through that list, like Zach said, and it is interesting, but it's disheartening to see how many fucking games are on there that do have that. So just saying, if you're making video games and you use AI, I don't give a fuck if you're saying, oh, I can't afford this, or oh, I can't do that, or whatever. No, fuck you. You are part of the problem. Anyway, I have less titties now than I have ever had in my entire life. I don't know if I could do a proper push-up, but boy, for $10 a push-up, I sure would learn fast.
Yeah, like it's easy in the sense of I'm doing something positive for myself, but I'm also getting paid for it. And the fact that I would not have to clock into corporate fucking bullshit ever again, because for my fucking salary, I would just do that in push-ups and be perfectly fine. My arms might be a little tired, like I said, but boy, howdy, would I be a lot happier and a lot more financially stable.
I'd probably quit my job for sure. I think at a certain point, eventually I'd be like, all right, what can I really do? How much can I earn a month? And then I would fucking like not be there anymore.
Dude, I would honestly like 100 push-ups is $1,000. Easy. You do 100 push-ups 4 times a fucking week, you got $4,000.
Yeah, it's over the course of a week.
Like,
Yeah, $4,000 over the course of 1 month. Yeah, I feel like, dude, if I could double that. And that's
So
$8,000.
here's the question though. Here's the question. Do you do all the push-ups at once, or
nah, you space that shit out.
do you space it out? Because I feel like if I were to do 100 push-ups at once, I couldn't. I don't think I full stop, not gonna front, I couldn't do that. But I think if you wanted me to do like 100 push-ups in a day, and I could space that out where it's like 5 every 30 minutes or 10 every hour or something like that.
Yeah.
There you go. 400 push-ups in a week is doable, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah. And just think like when you're like strong enough to like say, okay, now I can bust that shit out in a setting and not be fucking tired afterwards. Like, let's say you bust out 100 push-ups by 2 p.m. and then you're like, man, it's 6 o'clock. I could bust out another 100 push-ups. It's 200 push-ups. It's $2,000 you just made in a day by doing fucking push-ups. Yeah, 100% sign me the fuck up. I will do a push-up study right the fuck now. You need me to push up like with fucking plates on my back? I'll do it. Like, just
yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Like, all right, so if we start adding weight, like weighted vest, another 20 pounds on you, weighted vest 30 pounds or something, do I get multipliers or are we adding dollars to it? Like,
ooh.
How heavy does it gotta be? Like, can I start at 10? Can I also like take a 50-pound vest and then like do like at least at minimum like 5 push-ups with that, and it's like a guaranteed like $100 or something? Like, the game could get real interesting here.
I'm down to gamify push-ups for money.
See,
let's do
I
it,
was
baby.
going to come at it from the alternative angle, which was, would you keep that if instead of it being push-ups, it's chin-ups? Because I'll be straight with you boys. My fat ass is taking the 10 million. It's probably going to take $10 million for me to get in shape to be able to do one chin-up. Let's be real. Let's be realistic, my friend. I'm not saying
it's definitely way harder.
But I am saying I have broad shoulders and large arms. You know, it's a lot of weight to carry for handsome
make it
feller like my
$25 per chin up, and I will take that one. I think that is doable.
I'd do it for $10 million chin up.
Yeah, I think I'm like with Zach on this. I don't think I need it to be 25, maybe like 15, maybe 20. 25 would be good too, but that would honestly drive me to like want to do more chin-ups. So yeah, give me the $25 per chin-up.
I would take the 10 million straight up.
That's fair. That's
because
fair.
I honest to God, like push-ups, I could start doing push-ups right now. Chin-ups, I'm not saying I could never do a chin-up, but it'd take a lot of work. If you want me to do a chin-up right now, it's not going to happen. I'll be fully realistic with you. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
but like 6 months, if I were to buckle the fuck down, if you were to tell me do one chin up and you'll get 10 million, then I could say, yeah, give me 6 months, I'll be able to do it. And maybe even if someone was like, okay, but you got 3, I could still probably do it in 3.
Yeah.
But like right now, or even a month, not enough time. No shot. That's why I would go for 10 million. Like, snap judgment, it's like you got to pick right now, one or the other. I'd go 10 million for chin-ups. But I also feel like chin-ups is one of those ones too, because it takes a certain physique and really almost I don't know if knowledge is the right word, but I feel like there's a certain way of doing chin-ups that I've never fully mastered. And once you kind of know how, it's not as bad. But point being is that I feel like a push-up is a lot more accessible than a chin-up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like historically speaking, we see more people doing push-ups than chin-ups.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Zach, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only way I think I could take the 10 million off rip is if I was able to hire a guy that just told me no all the time. Like I gotta hire a dude who's the opposite of a yes man. His whole job is to like, I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna go do this, and he's gonna constantly nag the shit out of me. Like I'm gonna get up from my couch. He's like, "What are you doing, Zach?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go over here." He's like, "Why are you going out the front door?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go buy this." He's like, "Oh, you're gonna go do what?" I'm like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go down to the street and I'm gonna buy these things." And he's like, No, you're not allowed to do that. Like I need someone to fucking get my bullshit reined in." And so his job will literally be just do not make stupid decisions. That's the only way I think I would make it, because eventually, like fucking like 32 hours in, I'm gonna look at something and be like, I still have so much money left. What would it be like if I did this? And then it's just gonna be bad.
Yeah, I also would need a financial advisor, and I think I would probably hire Carson with his frugal ass to be my financial advisor, to be completely.
Yeah. I mean, I would still hire a financial advisor, but I wouldn't need someone to tell me no. It would be a full-time fucking job telling my wife no.
Yeah, that's fair. Very fair.
God love her. She would tell you the same thing.
I've been to your apartment. I believe this.
Yep.
Yep. 90% of those decorations are definitely like they got Courtney written all over them.
Oh yeah. It's pretty easy to tell which are hers and which are mine. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for fucking facts. Well, fellas, this has been our episode. Let's go around the table. Carson, tell the good folks at home where they can find you.
Per usual, you can find me here most Monday nights, and you can also find me at youtube.com/expansionpack. That's youtube.com/expansionpack for Brett's friend Carson. And folks, we do not have a new episode for you this week. I don't even know if we'll have one for you next week, but by God, this Saturday, Bretsky and I are finally getting the band back together. We're recording some new episodes. Hopefully, come July, we will have some brand spanking new episodes of Brett's friend Carson coming your way at youtube.com/expansionpack. That's youtube.com/expansionpack. And hey, if you haven't checked us out before, or even if you have, we got a whole Brett's friend Carson playlist. And what I am very clumsily trying to tell you is that there's 69 episodes of Brett's friend Carson.
Nice.
Right now on youtube.com/expansionpack for you check out. Boys, I am tired as hell. This has been as fun as always. Have a great rest of your week.
Hold up. Don't leave yet. I figured something out. Every time like one of us like disconnects early, Riverside gets confused as fuck. So
that's funny. Okay, I won't drop.
I'm gonna hold you until we get the fuck out of here.
Actually,
Zach,
yeah, because I have something I want to say to Zach too. Well, both of you. So yeah.
All right, cool. Zach, tell the good folks at home where they can find you.
Okay. You can catch me every Monday night. You can also see me at Zach Fisher TV or 9. No, I wrote it. You can catch me at YouTube at Zach Fisher 9. I was on the screen earlier. That was my face. Remember? That was me. You can catch me there. And I also made a game on itch.io. It is a demo. You can play it on a Steam Deck. It's not on Next Fest. It's not good enough for Next Fest. Maybe someday, but today. And so, yeah, those are the places you can see me. Thank you.
All right, Carson, you wanted to hit us with some dialogue?
Oh, after the show.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're here every Monday night, folks. This is content week for me, so expect a lot of videos this week. Last week, I wanted to put stuff out, but I was just far too busy with being a host and an MC of events and needed to get my mind right for those. But this week, we have videos starting tomorrow with my top 5 roguelike games and a preview of me playing Devil May Cry 5. Until then, folks, we'll see y'all next week. Stay safe. Tell somebody you love them. Tip your DoorDash drivers, strippers, gardeners, and everybody else above. We'll see y'all next week.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.